In the beginning of the year, I thought that I was on the right track. I could see myself really growing my Queenship Women channel with my sister and publishing a few books. And, doing my own business, not what I do on my 9 to 5, but the business that me and my sister have together, Balanced Lives. I really wanted to get that business off the ground, up and running. But in order to do so, I have to have money. I have to have funds available. So that's been definitely something that, I thought that I was going to be able to do by now. And, we are making some progress. I have a book about to come out with me and Angela. The Misadventures of Toot and Taboon, the second book, The Good, the Bad, and the Mischievous. I'm so excited. Me and Angela are both excited about that. And me and my sister also are about to publish our series of children books. It's A Kid's Life with Kelsey Badger. The title is actually Kelsey Badger, It's a Kid's Life. And that's the name of the series. So we're really, really excited about what God is doing. And Balanced Lives is still, we are still a business. We just have not been able to come together yet with the money, because we need money from, our ebooks. We need money from, everything that we're trying to do. We need that money so that we can go into this business and then really start to bless the world with what we, have to offer, and what God has blessed us to do. So I'm really excited about that. But it is going to take a little bit longer. And sometimes I get angry. I get so upset because I want things to happen yesterday, 3-4 years ago. Like, I really want these things to happen. And then I realize, I'm really not putting in enough work. I'm putting in work, but I'm not putting in enough work. Like, I look at my sister, God bless her soul, Pam is dedicated. She is a dedicated workhorse. I mean, the girl could work all day long, and if she sits down for a minute, she feels guilty. That's like my mother. Well, my mother in her younger days, because now that ain't my mom. But anyway, I'm more like my father. We like to relax. He works hard, but he also really, enjoys resting. And I see that I'm enjoying resting, but I think I might be enjoying resting a little too much. So I think it's time for me to, I gotta re-gear, I gotta start over again. And then maybe my 2020 will look a lot different than my 2019. 2019, to be honest with you, is looking much better than 2018. So every year, where I'm seeing improvement, I'm seeing acceleration, I'm seeing things happen in my life. And I have God to thank for that. Nothing but God to thank for that. And I'm just really excited about those things, So I guess I just want to talk to people today. When you feel like you don't have anything going on in your life significantly, or you feel like your career or your life is at a standstill, just dissect every year and see how far you come, and then just, you have to really believe in what you're doing, and you have to work even harder. You have to work even harder in the beginning of, a business, or if you're trying to establish something, in the beginning months or the beginning years, it's very hard. You have to put in extra work. So I'm trying to figure out now, what exactly do I need to do to make this thing happen? Do I need to write more Toot and Taboon books? Because we already have some more books out there that are not, published right now, but they're going to be published. I decree and declare that it will be published. We're going to have something published in 2020, and hopefully we can have both of those ready to go. So I need to start writing some more for that. We need to start writing some more Kelsey Badger books. I have another book that I'm personally writing. Well, actually a couple that I'm just not finished with. Like, I feel like one of the books, I'm still going through a lot of things with that book. Personal things. I try to put some of my personal things into the book. Not all, but some of the experiences that I've heard of, or some of the experience that I've gone through, I'm trying to put that into a book. And that book is the hardest daggone book for me to finish. And honestly, it's going to be an ebook, but I probably will have some paperback. But it's pretty much an ebook. It's a smaller book, but it's like a self-help book or a motivational style fictional book about a character named Cameron Rowe. And in this book, she talks about how she was, brought up, her relationship, how she pretty much had low self-esteem, and the things that caused her to have low self-esteem, the things that caused her to choose men that were not right for her in any way, shape, or form. And it just goes into a series of, guys that she dated. It's really kind of funny. It's kind of cute, but it's also very uplifting. And I'm sure a lot of young women can relate. Even men. I know there's some men out there that have had some awful relationships that they didn't have any business getting into. So men can relate to the story too, I'm sure, just in a different way. So I'm thinking about that. I got that. I'm scared to publish that because I feel like one day I think I'm done with it, and then 6 months later, no, I'm not done with it. I think I can add something else, or I need to change this, or I need to take this one out. I'd have removed a whole a whole chapter out of the book, and I'm just thinking about, should I put it back? Like, I don't know. But it's kind of hard, but I'm not always motivated to write. And a lot of times I can't think of anything to write. So in those, I can go months at a time without writing. And that's very frustrating for me, because when God give it to me, I write it. But when he don't give it to me, I don't write, And so that's the problem with me. And then a lot of times I don't even make the time. I have so many notes in my phone. I waste so much time because I come home and I want to look at YouTube, or, I just want to look at Netflix, or I want to look at Hulu or Amazon Prime or whatever. I just know I could be doing so much more than what I'm doing. And I go to work, yes. And I also have contract work that I do. And I go to church, I serve, I work out. Maybe not a whole lot, but I do work out at least 3 to 4 times per week. 2 times with a personal trainer. And I got children, I have an 18-year-old who went to prom this year, who broke a foot this year, who graduated this year, who's needing to go to college this year, who needs to learn how to drive. Yeah, she's, she decided to go ahead and try one more time to get this license because she's afraid of it, but she's going to do it. So I have to teach her and a 16-year-old, this year how to drive. So it's a lot of stress on me. Plus it's money, cosmetology for my youngest one too, coming up in August. I got to have money for that. Uniforms, sneakers, you name it. You know how high school is. You know how school is. So I have all this stuff going on and all these stressors. About a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, my blood pressure had gotten so high. And I couldn't understand because I felt like I was okay, But then I kept losing my vision. My vision would get blurry. And then I would just have to lay down. And then I would get a headache. And then, after a while, I was okay. So I went to the emergency room one time. And then the next couple times when this happened, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to my doctor and see what happened. My doctor tells me it's because of anxiety. I didn't even know I had anxiety. I just thought I was dealing with life, like everybody else. But my anxiety turns into high blood pressure. And it starts with me losing vision in my left eye temporarily. And then it goes from my left eye, and then it goes to a excruciating headache. And it just wasn't a good thing for me. And it really helped me, it opened up my eyes a little bit, because I'm like, these children need me, but they also need me to be healthy. They need me to be alive. So I need to do better. And I need to stop worrying. And I need to just change the way I've been dealing with life, pretty much. So, one day at a time, I have to change the way I've been dealing with life. And that's what I'm planning on doing right now. So I'm on, anxiety medication right now. I don't even know if it's working. I can't tell any difference. But I don't feel, depressed or anything. I feel fine. Just like I felt before when I didn't have my blood pressure is stabilized now. Now I am working out a little bit more, and I'm being a little bit more cognizant of what I'm eating and drinking. So that's been very helpful for me. But I kind of went off topic, but who cares? My channel, I say what I want. I know somebody can be blessed by this, what I'm saying as well. So back to what I was saying. I have a lot of things going on in my life which caused me to not put my full potential forward, And I'm ready to change that. I'm ready to start working harder at my dream, at my goal, at the talent that God gave me. He blessed us all with talents. He blessed each and every one of us with some. Each and every one of us are great at something. And it wasn't something that we had to work at. It was just something that God put in us. And, for me, that is writing. I'm more of a creative type person. I am not a bookworm. I'm really not. I don't sit here and read books, for fun. Like, I read the books that I need to read to help me in my life, in my finances, in my spiritual growth, and so on and so forth. But as far as, what I'm called to do, I can write, stories, and I can write a story for children. That's my talent, writing stories for children. And I don't know how it came to be, but that's just what it is. That's just what happened. I don't even know how, but I think, and I'm just so thankful, because I've been writing there since I was a kid, and it just comes easier to me. So I just have to make sure that I stay focused, not let my life, my family, and all those things take me away from what God has purposed me to do. God told me to write, so I guess I got to do what he told me to do. I got to write, regardless of what's going on in my life. And I know I don't have to worry about chasing money. That's not my goal. At one point that was, but that's not the goal now. The goal right now is to just do what God told me to do, because he will take care of the rest. I don't have to do it. And also with my business, with empowering young women and children, that is another thing that I've been called to do through stories, through my life experiences, through other women's experience, things that I know that have hurt women and made women feel like they were less than, or that they were not, important enough to receive, something out of life. That's what I want to do. I want to empower these women with stories, and just want to give them some type of hope. That's my goal. That's what my goal is, because I need somebody to inspire me at my lowest point, as well. So that's what I believe that I'm called to do, and I'm just ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. And I'm not worried about likes. I'm not worried about dislikes. I'm not worried about the money right now. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm worried about being obedient to what God has called me to do. And I'm going to start doing more videos. Me and my sister, we got to get back on a regular schedule, but we have plenty of stories to tell. We have, it's never anything dull. Trust me. We have plenty of stories to tell, and we have a lot of motivation to try to give. We just want to inspire people. We want to motivate people. A lot of people that are that are going through the same things that we're going through. We are single Black females in this, in this society today. Y'all know how this economy is. Y'all know how this inflation is. So we're working together. It's difficult at times, but we can do it. Just don't ever give up. Just keep dreaming and keep pressing forward. So anyway, I just wanted to leave that with you all. And you'll be hearing from me again real soon. God bless.